Okay, today we're going to be looking at dealing with inverse trigonometric functions. That means we're going to be undoing things if we're doing the inverse of it. So our first one here, we have examples. And it says here we got the sine of A is equal to X, and therefore then the inverse sine would equal to the measure of angle A, and so on and so forth for all these in the table here. So in this example right here, it says that the sine of A is 2/3, so what is the inverse sine of 2/3? Well, that would be angle A. It just basically undoes what we've done. And we can use that then to help us solve some problems. So let's go through and look at our first couple of examples here. In these first couple of ones, it says use your calculator to find each angle to the nearest 100th degree. Always pay attention to where it tells you to round to. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to get my little handy dandy calculator here. Move it over here so we can see what's going on still. When we turn it on, first thing, let's get it turned on here. Make sure it's in degree mode. So hit mode. Go check and see it's in degrees, so I can get out of here. So this one says inverse tangent. If you notice right here on the tangent button right here. I can get my tangent button. Whoa, he's moving everywhere. I said tangent button. There we go. Right above the tangent button, there's a little blue tan to the -1. That's our inverse tangent. To use that, you have to hit the little second button up here. Well, pen is not cooperating. Well, that one right there. Right there. Okay. So we're going to do the inverse tangent of 0.75. So for that, I'm going to do second tangent. So that gives me the inverse tangent. 0.75. Close your parentheses and press enter. So this one will be 36.87 degrees. When we're doing an inverse cosine, sine, or tangent, we're getting measurements in degrees.
I thought when it was like above 5, you're supposed to round from there.
So looking at our next example here, it says the inverse cosine of 0.05. So I'm going to do it the second button. Well, if I get my marker back here, I can. Get out of there. Second cosine, because that gives me my inverse cosine, 0.05. Close your parentheses and press enter. This one is now 87.13 degrees. And the last one is right here, says the inverse sine of 0.67. So second sine, that's our inverse sine, 0.67. Close and press enter. This one's going to be 42.07 degrees. Alright, so here's how we actually use this thing to help us with some problems here. So this one right here says write an equation using the appropriate trig ratios for finding the measure of the given angle or angles, depending on what it's asking for. Then find the measure to the nearest 100th. So again, pay attention to what it's asking there, 100th, where to round it. And all the triangles are right triangles. So this is right triangle. There's my right angle. It says angle A. I have angle A. So here, I have the opposite, and I have my hypotenuse. So I'm going to be using sine. So the sine of angle A is equal to 2/6. So I'm going to be doing my inverse sine to find out what A is. So A is going to equal the inverse sine of 2 divided by 6. So here we're going to grab my handy dandy calculator. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to type in second sine, the inverse sine. And in here I'm going to do 2 divided by 6 and close my parentheses and press enter. And I see that it is 19.47 degrees. That is the measure of angle A on that particular right triangle. Looking at our next triangle here, I have angle C. Angle C is right here. There's my right angle. I have the adjacent side and my hypotenuse. So I'm going to be doing the cosine of C is equal to 4 over 6. So to find my angle C, I'm going to be C is equal to the inverse cosine of 4 divided by 6. So I go grab my handy dandy calculator again. Okay, so we're going to take and hit second cosine. Then we're going to do 4 divided by 6. Close my parentheses and press enter. And I see that that is 48.19 degrees. Okay, and a couple more examples here. Our next one. Here I got my right angle. Right angle's right here with the box that kind of jumped all around. I have my looking for angle B, so this is my opposite side. This is my adjacent side. So I'm going to be doing the tangent. So I have the tangent of angle B is equal to the opposite over the adjacent. So to find angle B, I'm going to do the inverse tangent of 12 divided by 1, which that's just 12, so we can just punch in 12 there. So get my calculator. Move my calculator over here out of the way so we can see. So I do second tangent of 12. Close the parentheses. That would be 85.24. 85 and 24 hundredths degrees. Our next example here, example 4. I got angle F up here. Here's my right angle. I have the opposite side. I have the hypotenuse. Boy, I don't know why I want to make a different letter there. Hypotenuse. So if I have the opposite and the hypotenuse, again, this is going to be another sine problem. So the sine of angle F is equal to 3 over 15. So angle F is equal to the inverse sine of 3 divided by 15. So grab my little handy dandy calculator here. There we go. And I press second sine. 3 divided by 15. I press enter. And that will be 11.54 degrees. Inverse trigonometric function, trigonometric ratios. As always, you need to pay attention to what you're doing. And good luck with everything you do.